Test one, test one, test two. Test one, test one. Test one, test two, test two.
Ready, guys? I just wanted to scare you. We got 1 minute.
That's what we were supposed to. Yeah, we were supposed to go to the lake, and it was too cold. So. What does she do? What do you do?
You should ask me.
That's you.
I'm in mortgage lending, help
Okay.
people buy homes.
For what bank?
I don't work for a bank. I work for a mortgage company. It's
Okay.
called Flat Branch Home Loans.
It's a little different than what you do. He's a teller at a bank now. and
That's
he's
okay.
like, I
What
know
bank?
the bank.
I'm ready when you are.
Right over there.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yes, I do actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
flip the switch and play the music.
You guys want me to sing? I'll sing for you.
Somebody singing?
Baby, every day. Awesome. No, I'm not singing. Not today. My eyes twitching. It's fine. Patty and I are going to be besties by the time this is over. She doesn't know that yet?
Good Thursday afternoon to you. Whew, I got it right this time. Hallelujah.
Yes.
All right. Good Thursday afternoon to you. I almost said morning, didn't I?
Yeah, this is our third time as 2 o'clock at the 2:10 hours. So.
Yes. So anyway, I'm Patty Burns. We're broadcasting live from the offices of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. If you need to do business with the Chamber of Commerce, they are located right at the corner of 2nd and Adams in Lebanon, right across from the courthouse. And man, we've got a great lineup today.
Yes, it's going to be great. Yeah, hi, I'm Emily Huckabee. So we've got Luke here with his auctioneer company, and we've got some Go Caps kids, and Hopper's in the back kind of hiding out, and she brought a friend. So yeah, I'm excited for the day today. It's going to be good.
All right. Well, Emily, there are some exciting things going on here in Lebanon.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, starting out tomorrow, the Chick-fil-A truck is going to be at the farmer's market.
Yeah, I don't think that's any secret at all. The Chick-fil-A food truck is coming at 11 a.m. and will be here till 7. I think that everybody in Lebanon has got plans to be there. So maybe if we show enough support, we'll get a Chick-fil-A of our own one day.
Yeah, there you go. Now, did you see this on here? Eat more chicken.
I think that's their slogan, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely a unique one.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to be at the farmer's market 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Their food truck is going to be right here in Lebanon. Also going on tomorrow is the St. Patty's Day corned beef and cabbage dinner. That's from 5 to 7. This is to benefit the Laclede Literacy Council. They kind of was on a hiatus for a couple of years because of the pandemic, but now they're back full swing.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's going to be at the Shrine Building. And now one thing.
Yeah.
Some people just don't care for corned beef and cabbage.
You know, I'm in that group. I'm not a fan, my dear. I'm sorry.
But I understand they're going to be making cornbread and beans too.
Well,
They're
I
gonna
might give that
have
a swing.
Yeah, I know.
But that's at the Shriners
Yeah.
building.
Yes.
And wear green.
Yes, wear
So.
green for sure. It's right on Madison Avenue. That is from 5 to 7 p.m. And again, this is all to benefit the Laclede Literacy Council. Kids are $8, adults $15. Now, if you want to get your tickets ahead, you might want to do that today, but you can save a little bit.
Yeah, pre-sale.
Yeah, $12 for adults and $6 for kids. 532-6697 to get those pre-sale tickets.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you excited for Saturday?
I am excited. I am praying that it will be warm, though, so we can walk around all the businesses for a downtown spring open house.
Oh, now, I'm telling you, I'll put on my coat.
It'll be fine.
I'll put on my coat.
It might be cold outside,
Yeah.
but it'll be warm in there in all the
Yes.
businesses. But yeah, businesses are ready to roll out their special offers, host events, and our expanded hours. So, March 18th, all day long. I'm sure Perennial's got some cute stuff, and the flower market's got some cute stuff. So KJEL, I'm excited to see what everyone's going to have.
Yeah, and you'll definitely want to shop in our boutiques, Callie
Yes,
and Co. and Perennial and
absolutely.
all of those. I mean, they've got some really cute,
Yeah.
cute clothes.
And I think all
for
of the
spring.
businesses are participating. I know the chamber members at Avenue and Home, they are going to be down there giving out cutesy little things. So I just love the participation that all the businesses are doing for commercial streets. So it's definitely collaborative thinking. I love it.
Absolutely. And again, that's downtown Lebanon. It's the big spring open house all day long. And yeah, a lot of businesses are going to be participating in this. Probably get some pretty good deals down there. So you'll want to
for
check
sure.
it out. Also, Saturday's busy.
I know. You talk about this one. This one interested you the most.
It did, because I like reading about and seeing photos about our history.
Sure.
And the Civilian Conservation Corps was the constructing organization of Bennett Springs State Park. About, you see the cabins, and I mean, I grew up about 3 mile from Bennett Spring, and
Oh,
so
awesome.
yeah, I mean, I've been going there since I was a child, and I've watched it morph over the years. And when I think about back originally, when I was back when dirt was little, it's changed a lot. And so it's really great to see, the photos from the original, from the
Sure.
Civilian Conservation Corps. They've got photos. They're going to be doing a presentation at the Nature Center. They're going to be showing all the photos from the park collection, a lot that most of us have never seen before.
Sure.
So it's really going to be an interesting
And
thing.
the Nature Center, if you take the first entrance on the left, if you're coming from Lebanon, is it just down and around the corner there on the right-hand side, Patty? Where's it at? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there on the main entrance road into Bennett Spring.
Nice.
It's 2:15 to 3:15. Again, that's at the Nature Center. It is free, and the slideshow journey is into the 30s. So it's from
Yeah.
the beginning all the way into the 1930s.
That's pretty neat. You'll have to let us know how that goes next Thursday.
Yeah. Also on Saturday, March 18th. Now, man, you can stay entertained all day long
Yeah.
on Saturday. 7 to 9, Boattown Brewing is going to have their St. Pat's celebration.
St. Pat K. That's what they've called it. So I'm excited to see what that's about.
St. Pat.
I feel like he's always coming up with some good and clever things to keep everyone entertained, though. So, but yeah, that's at Boattown Brewing,
Okay.
7 to 9.
And that's at the 123-mile marker right off of I-44. Great location and always lots and lots of fun out there.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some guests here that we want to talk to. We could chat about, stuff going on here in Lebanon and Leclerc County all day long. But, there's other people besides us, Emily.
Yeah, I know.
Luke is here with Luke's Auction Company. What you up to?
Hey, Patty. Not much today. It's been pretty busy, but I'm waiting for the sunshine to pop out. Thanks so much for having me over here to talk about my auction company.
So, what is different about your auction company than others?
So, Luke's Auction Company, kind of my motto and slogan right now is I'm the auctioneer that travels to you. And so I've been doing this for about a year now. I come out, and it's kind of like the old take on the farm auctions. I go over to your property or to your house. We set up the auction there, and we do it on location. As of right now, I do not have a building. So that's kind of where we're going with this, and it's been very good so far.
And, having someone come to you rather than you having to load up all your stuff and, transport it, and then if you didn't sell or you didn't like the price that, all that, then you got to take it back home with you, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Yeah, we find it really convenient, and the sellers have really enjoyed it. So we're rolling the ball.
So tell me, how far out do people need to schedule with you to have you come to do their auction on their property?
It's always good if you're wanting to schedule like today to do like 30 days out. That way I can get in the advertisement, the radio ads, the newspaper, things like that. And then, of course, before I do that, I go over to the seller's property. We meet, we talk about what needs to be sold, what needs to be lined up, what needs to be advertised.
Okay. And what's the most difficult item that you've ever had to try to sell in an auction?
Oh my goodness, it just varies. It really does, Patty. I mean, I don't really know things. It's whatever the buyers that are coming there that day really have in their mind that they want to bid on. I would say typically furniture sometimes is hard to sell just because in this day and age everybody wants brand new, sparkly, and they don't sometimes see the value in something that may be lightly used, and then you get a good deal on it, so that's kind of furniture is kind of difficult sometimes.
What's the most unusual item that you've ever sold?
Oh, collectibles a lot. So you can get anywhere from like the porcelain doll collectibles, or like a lot of people have not heard this terminal or this word in a long time, but like Fabergé eggs.
You've gotten
You-
those.
Yeah, I have gotten those,
Wow.
and they are they are a very unique market. And sometimes they can be an expensive market because some of them are truly pieces of art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Whoa, Fabergé eggs,
Yeah.
really?
Uh-huh.
That's pretty amazing because what is it, Sotheby auction?
Okay.
They sell those things for millions.
Yeah. These can get into the thousands, especially if you have local auctions and stuff. But a lot of the time, in the future, it's a lot of the auctioneers and stuff are going to having individuals bid in person, but also online.
Okay.
So you need to have that online presence, which I only have a website so far, so www.luke's Auction Company. But a lot of auctioneers and stuff take advantage of like high bid and a few other bidding systems online. But I'm not to that point yet because I've just been doing everything in person.
And that benefits your buyers, though, right?
Yeah, it is nice to have the old fashioned. So I was dragged as a child to all the auctions with my mother. And now she's got a garage that kind of looks like Hobby Lobby. And my wife is probably laughing listening to this. She was listening today. But anyway, because she's seen it. With that being said, it is nice to have the buyers in person to see who really kind of they're bidding against.
And then also, I think sometimes it's just kind of fun for the sellers, because they know that their piece is going to stay possibly in their own neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just always kind of staying a little local. Yep.
That's great. All right. Luke has a website, lukeauctioncompany.com, right?
Yes, ma'am. And then some of you may have seen my table ad at Dowd's Cafe. I'm located there. Phone number 417-250-9054.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank
Luke.
you.
We've got some young people here from the Go Caps program at the, what is it, Lake of the Ozarks Go Caps? No? Lake Region. Go Caps Lake Region. I knew I'd get it wrong. What do you know? Jeremiah is here. And Jeremiah, what's your strand you're working on this year?
So, thank you for having me. I am with the business and entrepreneurship strand, also collaborating with the engineering students. So, that's what we're working on for this strand.
Okay. And so why that versus medical or education?
So, well, for education, I was always kind of pushed to go into either like coaching or something along those lines. But once I kind of got into the world of teaching and things like that, I knew I just didn't have the patience and I guess to know it all, how to connect with children or even just coaching or stuff like that. It's just not me. Now, when it comes to medical, I was never good with seeing even myself bleed because it got to me, I guess. But when it comes to business and entrepreneurship, it runs in my family. My uncle, he is Jacobson's Appliances. My dad is Leuclida Heating and Air, and it's just been a generation of entrepreneurs and business owners in the past, and they've always been here in Lebanon. So I like to go along with that tradition as the Fincher family. So
Yeah, stay in the family tradition. That's always a good thing. And, you know, when you have that ability to draw on their knowledge, plus the knowledge in your education, that's got to be, you might be president someday.
I would love to be if I could.
Or at least president of your own company.
See, that'd be good. I'd like to be a
Yeah.
leader of some sort, you know.
Yeah. Now, don't you guys have a competition coming up?
Oh, the capstone project.
Yeah.
Yep. So every single one of us, each strand has to make a difference with their project. So for me, it could be my own business. For medical, it could do something that helps the hospitals or children or whatever. And same thing goes for the teaching. They have to benefit the schools and the school district. And so what I'm working on is I'm working on my own website, and I would like to be able to sell everyday products, retail products through online that gets shipped right to your door. So another way of saying that is e-commerce. And so it's a booming business right now, and it's projected to increase very rapidly by 2040, I believe. And so it's a demanding business. So that's gonna be my project.
So you're building your own e-commerce site as your capstone project.
That is, and I would love to be able to go past the project. I love to make that my own business as well. So I'd like to put in my hours and figure it out while I'm not working at the bank at Midmo Bank, and make it my career. So
At Midmo Bank. You work at Midmo
I
Bank
work at
already?
I work at Midmo Bank. You know how I got that? Was through GoCaps. My instructor got me his way through. His wife works as a loan officer at Kathy Perigo, and she was able to put in a good word for me. So here I am as a teller. So you can come and stop by and say hey to me, or hey, say hey to Kathy Perigo. So
Oh, yeah. Great. Yeah, he is going to be president. Have you picked out a name for your website yet?
yes. So my products will be would be a fitness apparel, and so my name is called Finches. It's FINCHZ Finches Apparel.
Okay.
So Finches Fitness Apparel. So
Okay.
that's me.
All right. Well, we'll look that up for sure. Also here with me is Ella. Ella Goforth is here as well. And so, Ella, what are you working on in GoCaps?
So I'm a part of the teaching profession, and like my capstone project that I'm working on right now. So I am partner up with Olivia Lillard, and we both work at the schools right now. And we are both working on a project. It's called Love Bugs, and it's for one of my kindergarten classes, one of my used to kindergarten classes, like mental health and their behavioral problems. So we have a board full of their emotions. So one's happy, sad, and mad. And they have their little name on their stick. And in the morning, they put what mood they're in. And then at the end of the day, they put what mood they're in. And each week on Wednesdays, we come in and we do an activity with them to help build up. Like, if you're sad, like, what are some ways to cope with that? It's all about coping with their feelings, because elementary kids have a hard time in seeing, like, going into the classrooms and seeing that. That's why we wanted to do the project we're doing right now.
All right. And now, is that something that you're going to be able to go public with and share it with other schools, or?
Yeah, it could be. There's a lot of different, like, I've seen in different classrooms a lot of the same things. Teachers are struggling with a lot of the same things in elementary classrooms. That's why we did it. We just had to choose one classroom because of what we're at right now. But every single student I've seen there, like, struggles with coping with their emotions. And that is why we decided to do this, like, distinctly for the kindergartners. So it's just about, like, working with them and realizing what is okay and what's not okay and what's a healthy way to cope with it. So it could go public, you know what I mean?
So how long have you been in the GoCaps program now, Elle?
So I'm a junior, so it's been since August to right now in March,
Okay.
and I am doing it next year too.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much.
You're very
and
welcome.
congratulations on your capstone project.
Thank
That sounds
you.
like it's going to be really successful and a benefit for this other students. Reagan McCowan is here with us. Reagan, what's your project that you're working on this time?
I'm currently in the medical strand right now. Last year, I was in the teaching strand, so this is my second year of GoCaps. Last year, me and Corey Cromer, she's graduated, but our project was called Unmasking the Motors. So we kind of, even though I wasn't teaching, I still wanted to be a therapist. So that's kind of what we based our project around. I was in a kindergarten classroom, and we picked a few students who were had kind of some low test scores and needed kind of that therapy, but hadn't necessarily qualified for the therapy yet. A lot of them, the reason we called it Unmasking the Motors, it had to do with COVID. A lot of those students weren't able to go to preschool because of COVID, and then their parents didn't send them to preschool because of COVID. So they weren't exposed to that education and those motor skills, at an early age, which simply just cutting things, learning how to hold their pencil, writing, those things. So what I did with my capstone last year is we pulled those students out of that classroom and worked on their fine motor skills, which is occupational therapy. And that was my project. It was amazing to see how far they'd come from the beginning of working with them to the end. And it was just super rewarding. So it was a very fun capstone project.
And then this year, it's a continuation of that same project?
No. So since I did it last year, I don't have to do it again this year. Kind of Go Caps' thing. That's the capstone is like a really big thing. So once I had did that last year, it was lots and lots of work. I didn't have to redo it this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're in the medical strand this year,
Yes.
and that's just kind of carrying on the occupational therapy that you did last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, to a story about that, I thought I wanted to do therapy for the longest time. And then once I actually did switch into this medical program, I figured out, I might not want to do that. And right now what I'm interested in is actually being a physician's assistant. But I think that's what's great about Go Caps is I would have never known that I wouldn't, that I didn't want to be a therapist if I wouldn't have switched into this medical strand. So that's why I love Go Caps for sure.
That's great. That's great. Ann Hopper is here, and real quickly, if you could scooch on over here real quick. You've got 149 students that have applied for next year already in
Correct.
the Go Caps.
Correct.
I remember when you started out, what were there, like 80?
We had 38
38.
students the first year.
Yes, that's
in
what it was. I
2017.
knew there was
Yeah.
an 8 in there.
Yes, yeah. We was flying the plane with no wings that first year, so we have grown and tripled. So
Wow. And now, are you going to be able to accommodate 149 students? And, are the partners that Go Caps partners with?
correct. We have hired the third teacher, so we have 50 students per strand. However, all students will not be making it into Go Caps just because they have to meet the criteria. So
Okay, all right. Do you need more partners from the adult world?
Right now, we honestly need dentists. We have business partners everywhere. We have plenty of dentists in Camdenton, but we need dentists right now for business partners for Lebanon students.
All right. And how does a dentist that wants to participate in this, what do they do?
They would just mentor the student and let them, shadow in their facility.
Do they call you or?
They can call me, yes, or they can call the school, and then they can connect to me, and then I can go visit them and give them the, business partner criteria and what they can do to help us. So.
All right. When's the big capstone project show this year?
I knew you was going to ask. That's why I pulled it up. May 2nd, 5:30 at the Civic Center.
Okay, 5:30 at the Civic Center. It's a big deal. Folks, if you've never been to where they do I'm trying to remember, what do you call it, the capstone?
Capstone night. It's just a capstone event.
Just called Capstone Night. Okay.
Yep.
If you've never been, you need to attend at least one. These kids are so talented, and the projects that they put out there are just amazing, and some of the things that they're doing, it's stuff I wouldn't have thought of for sure.
Right. There is a few the students that have thought of some really big projects that is actually working on patents even still to this day. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Ann. Emily, real quick, Business After Hours is back.
Yes.
That's a big thing.
I'm excited. It's going to be next Tuesday, March 21st at the Hive from 4:30 to 6:30. We kind of threw this one together pretty quickly. The board met not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, and we thought we're going to have an after hours before the end of March. So we had some board members kind of take the job on that and roll with it, but we're super excited. 4:30 to 6:30 at the Hive next week on Tuesday. We're going to actually just let this be a networking event for chamber members, and then we've also invited the Go Caps kids to be able to talk about some of their capstones if they'd like to, and then FBLA students as well. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting evening.
Yes, absolutely. And then real quick here, we're almost out of time. Juice Coffee Co., March 23rd, Sun and Bloom Farm is going to be there.
Yes, seedling class with Sun and Bloom Farms. It's $30. Attendees will learn how and when to start vegetable, herb, and flower seeds. So,
Oh, you know what we forgot
what?
on March 18th? The
What?
Patsy Cline Project is going to be at the Cowan Civic Center
Oh
Theater.
my gosh, how did we forget that?
I don't know. That is awesome. It's 7 o'clock at the Cowan Civic Center Theater. You can get tickets at the door.
Yes.
It is the Patsy Cline Project with Lisa Brokup. She performs all of the Patsy Cline classics that we all love. So
Yes,
you want to
don't forget that.
be sure and head over there for that. There's, a lot of stuff going on Saturday. Just come to Lebanon and park.
Yeah.
You'll find something.
Yeah, somebody will tell you where to go.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining us today here as guests on Chamber Talk, and thanks to you for joining us as well. Chamber Talk is brought to you by the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce and Local Make Sense, and by Regional Radio KJEL. Have a great day.